What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning into another Knicks Nation post-game show. Your New York Knickerbockers take care of business as they beat the Denver Nuggets 122 to 112. Absolutely incredible win. That is now 5 straight wins for your New York Knickerbockers. Once again, appreciate every single one of you joining us. Subscribe, hit the like button for the Knicks dub. Hit the like button for a Knicks dub. 5 straight in the chat. Let's go. W's in the chat. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. I feel like spinning all around. Man, oh man. How about those signature wins, ladies and gentlemen? How about those signature wins? 5 straight for the New York Knicks as they take care of the Chicken Nuggets. 2-0 against the Chicken Nuggets this year, by the way. 2-0 against the Chicken Nuggets this season. And this one was an incredible performance all around. And get this is the most points in a 3-game stretch in franchise history for your New York Knickerbockers. And as well, the Knicks defense is back. The Knicks defense is back. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man, I'm hype about this one. What a game. What a performance. The defense is back. The confidence is back. When this Knicks team plays like this, when JB plays like he did tonight, dominating, no one can stop this, man. JB, MVP type of night for Jalen Brunson tonight. Nobody can stop him. When he had the ball, great things were happening, especially in that damn third quarter. Man, oh man, how about them damn New York Knickerbockers? It's a great feeling that I'm feeling right now. It's a great feeling. The vibes are back. I'm feeling great. This 5-game winning streak has me feeling some type of way about this team, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. This 5-game winning streak has me feeling some type of way. The bench showed up. Deuce showed up. Brunson, OG Anunoby with a great game. The elbow is fine. The elbow is fine. But defensively, I thought this Knicks team played incredible today. Incredible. And it was a team effort. And this is now back-to-back games where you're seeing glimpses of how special this Knicks team can be. And you beat the Nuggets. You're 2-0 against the Nuggets. Say what you want. They're a great basketball team. Signature win, check. You came into this tough schedule thinking, how would this Knicks team react? Well, they dropped 143 points, been back-to-back nights. And then they beat the Denver Nuggets on this Wednesday afternoon. And what a game. What a performance. Appreciate every single one of you guys in here. See you guys all in the chat. This Rover. What's going on, This Rover? Loud and clear says New York. New York. This Rover. Great win. Yo Alpha says, let's go Knicks. This Rover says, kind of ugly, but we got it. Eddie, what's going on? Great win. We won by being resilient. Love that, Eddie. Jared, how are you? Tony says, some wins don't come easy, y'all. So we got to respect the win. Tony says, I will be at the game Saturday. We better make it 6 in a row. Let's go. Guys, I love tonight. I absolutely love tonight. Look, Jalen Brunson, the performance he put on tonight was one of my favorite watches of the season from Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was cooking the Nuggets, especially in that third quarter. Cooking them. I believe he had 18 points in the third quarter and, 2 or 3 from 3, 6 of 8 from the field, just cooking them in that third quarter. And that set the tone. Even when the Nuggets went on their little run, JB was unstoppable. And every time he touched the ball, great things were happening. And he finished with 30 points and 15 assists for Jalen Brunson. Number 11, your captain, showed the heck out tonight, man. Showed up. Showed out. Number 11, JB. Got his jersey right here on the chair. You see the poster. You see the bobblehead. This dude is incredible. When Jalen Brunson plays like this, it's a treat to watch, man. It really is a treat to watch because he's facilitating the offense. They had Russell Westbrook on him. Barbecue chicken. When Russell Westbrook was guarding him. Jamal Murray could not guard this man. Barbecue chicken when these dudes were trying to guard JB. JB is that dude. Elite, that dude. Shout out to JB. Shout out to JB. Loud and Clear with the super chat. Really appreciate you, Loud and Clear, with the super chat. Biggest super chat of the season. Loud and Clear. Thank you for the support. Guess I got to stay on longer tonight. Loud and Clear with the $20 super chat says, let's go. Everyone give Knicks Nation a like. Salute all Knicks fans. Nothing but positivity. The vibes are immaculate. Loud and Clear. Appreciate you with that super chat. Let's go, man. This one felt amazing. Look, this is now 5 straight wins for the Knicks, and these are signature wins, guys. And, you know, these are not the Wizards. These are not the Hornets. These are the big dogs. And what you're seeing is this Knicks team get up for these opponents and play at a level that, frankly, we haven't seen in a while from this Knicks team. And now they're playing so well that it just reminds you of how great this Knicks team can really be and how great this Knicks team can really hopefully go in the playoffs, and how, you know, honestly, look, trading deadline is next week, and I don't know, man. Guys, this feels great. This feels great right now. And this feels great. This feels great. Big Taz, what's going on? Brunson took it to the Nuggets. Man. He got that 10-piece, 50-piece Nuggets from McDonald's from Jalen Brunson, man. All-star performance from JB. Castro, what's going on? Another great win from this team. Love to see it. NBA is on notice. Amanda, what's up, Amanda? Incredible games. Defense and offense are fired up. Yes, guys. Okay, Jalen Brunson, incredible. Put him on a pedestal. He was just the third quarter alone just really set the tone for this whole game, and he was unstoppable. Watching that third quarter from Jalen Brunson, simply insane. OG Anunoby had an amazing game tonight too. OG Anunoby was hitting his open threes, 5-7 from 3, 9-15 from the field, 23 points. I thought his threes were very timely tonight. His threes were timely. Anytime the Nuggets would make a run, Anunoby would hit a back-breaking three that, you know, just ultimately, you know, demoralized the Nuggets. Let them call timeout. It's threes like that, you know, really set the tone as well. And Anunoby, this break that the Knicks had 3 days off, Anunoby looks good. Anunoby looks back. Anunoby looks fresh, even defensively. But right now, this Knicks team defensively, guys, is, look, honestly, we're back defensively. We're back. Is it crazy for me to say that we're back? And I know I'm being like the adrenaline off tonight's win is starting to get to me, but the deflections, the activity, everything, you're seeing that from this Knicks team. The blocks, the steals, the pushing the pace, like I said, deflections, just the hands, everything. This Knicks team is playing great defense. Great defense right now. And I think we're 12th right now in terms of rating defensively. We're getting up there to top 10. We're getting there, and that's where you want to be. But you're 32-16, and defensively, we're still not all the way. And what you're seeing is this Knicks team start to communicate better, start to play better. Mikal Bridges, I thought, had a great first quarter defensively. OG Anunoby was solid tonight. Cat, I thought, was, you know, good tonight on that front. They were trying to attack Cat. Cat, you know, the thumb is clearly bothering Karl-Anthony Towns, 0-4 from 3. But I just thought as a team, Precious, even Deuce McBride, just as a team, this Knicks team is playing great defensively. And when they play like this, I said it last pod, I said at the post game, it's going to be tough to beat them, and it's going to be hard to beat this team. It is. It is, man. 5 straight, 122-112 over the Chicken Nuggets, Denver Nuggets. Brunson 30-15. Josh Hart. First of all, Josh Hart is an all-star, guys. Josh Hart is an all-star. Get him in the all-star team. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't care how it happens. But there was a play today where Nuggets had a fast break. Nikola Jokic does what he does, throws it down the court. Josh Hart tracks the ball, steals, leads to a fast break, easy bucket. Josh Hart is incredible. I mean, most of the stuff is you're watching and you're sitting there and you're like, I really don't know how this guy does it. But his incredible season just continues, and he just does everything that it takes to win basketball games. Every little thing. And he also brings the fire and the passion. And how about that fourth quarter? That they didn't even allow the Knicks to challenge the play out of bounds. What was that about? But Hart with 3 steals tonight, 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 7 of 12 in 34 minutes. Josh Hart is an all-star, guys. I don't care how he gets there. We want to ruin his all-star festivities. He said he wants to put his toes in the sand, his feet in the sand. Well, Josh Hart, they need to get him to the all-star game. They do. They do. Top 10 value contract in the NBA. They got to get him to the all-star game. Cully, let's effing go. This Rover says only 5 turnovers tonight. That's crazy to us. This Rover, 5 turnovers and 33 assists. The New York Knicks are now 19-1 when they've had 30 or more assists in a game. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. And when you share the basketball, great things happen. And what this Knicks team is showing you, 5-game winning streak, they're clicking, man. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. And, tonight was one of those nights where it was honestly a back and forth affair. Look, Nuggets made their run. Nuggets made it close. Nikola Jokic got into foul trouble. Credit to the Knicks getting him into foul trouble in that first quarter. And ever since that first quarter, it was just like a back and forth. Second quarter was like a weird rhythm type of quarter. And then the third quarter came around and, Nuggets dropped 32, but Jalen Brunson with some timely shots, and Bridges and Anunoby as well with some. I mean, Brunson, just an incredible third quarter from Jalen Brunson, by the way. And fourth quarter, when it matters the most, is winning time. And the Knicks are playing at an absolutely incredible pace right now in the fourth quarter. So shout out to the boys, man. That's 5 straight. That's 5 straight. I saw Dame in the chat. Dame. What's going on, Dame? I thought I saw you in here. How are you? Man, this new rotation is everything. How about our defense? Trying to catch up on these comments. Yeah, I mean, this new rotation is everything, guys. Everything. And you're seeing how it's bearing fruit in the fourth quarter. These guys have fresh legs in the fourth quarter. And today, Tom Thibodeau switched it up in the first quarter. Instead of subbing out Mikal Bridges early, he subbed out OG Anunoby early in that first quarter. It doesn't matter. You could switch it up depending on the matchup. He liked what Mikal Bridges was bringing in that first quarter. And I thought Deuce McBride came in off the bench and just had a great game. I thought some of the shots he was hitting were timely as well. 12 points, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 9 from the field, and he made the Denver Nuggets call a couple of those timeouts. And to open up the fourth quarter, Deuce McBride had 2 straight buckets that set the tone in the fourth. 2 straight buckets for Deuce McBride, and that's important, man, because you got JB resting and Deuce McBride, picking up the slack, picking off right where JB left off, right? And that's huge, man. Deuce McBride has put together now these last couple of games. He's looked like, a 6th man of the year. And, that's what this Knicks team has been missing, and that's what this Knicks team needs. And, even the 4 assists, you love it. 12 points, 4 assists, 2 boards, 2 of 5 from 3. I just love the high arcing stuff from Deuce, by the way. But Precious had the tough assignment, guarding Jokic for a little bit because Cat got into foul trouble. Precious did a good job. Campaign, I thought, gave you a spark in those 12 minutes. Picked up Nikola Jokic's 3rd foul late in the game. So just those 3 guys are giving you something, right? And it gives you, it makes you think, man. It makes you think. What is the front office thinking right now, guys? What is the front office thinking? Because right now, this Knicks team right now, this starting five right now, as well as these three pieces off the bench, they're playing such great basketball that what do you think is going on in the front office? What do you think is going on in their minds? Do you think they're like, yo, we just need one piece off that bench? Maybe we just need one piece off that bench because Mitchell Robinson is running and jumping, still hasn't been cleared for practice. But if they're playing like this, if they're playing as well as this, you can't risk having no Mitch again. What are they thinking? Trading deadline is in a week and a half. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just like this team right now, the way they're playing, adding someone else in replace of Landry Shamet, I think they can be the top, the elite, really damn good. Really damn good. So it's something to think about, right? They're 32-16. They're 17-8 at home. 5-game winning streak. They've had a 9-game winning streak this season. You can really say they're one piece away off the bench. You can really say that. The way this team is currently constructed. And if that deal is there to strike involving a Mitchell Robinson at the deadline, you got to think about it. You got to think about it. Because you can't give away these opportunities, especially if you have a chance to bolster the bench. Now, look, we hope Mitch comes back healthy, and we hope that the piece is Mitchell Robinson. But I'm saying, you got to protect yourself, man. If the deal is out there, in my opinion, you got to do it. 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 You got to take advantage of this team. You got to do it, especially with the East, with Boston. I know they beat the Bulls tonight. Cleveland, it's just Boston and Cleveland, in my opinion, and that's all you got to worry about in the East. Any team can got in the playoffs, but still, kind of went on my little tangent there. Sorry about that, but great win. Knicks 122, Nuggets 112. Appreciate you in the chat. Loud and Clear says, man, here we go. Here we go. Knicks 100 GM. What's going on, Knicks 100 GM? How are you? Amanda says, felt like the Nuggets kept Jokic out because the Knicks haven't been a second half team, but we are right now. Yeah, Jokic didn't play. They were trying to prevent him from picking up his third foul early in the second quarter. You know, they were trying to be strategic. Their bench actually gave them a little bit of a run in that second quarter. They were playing okay, their bench, and they were trying to get him in the game midway through the second quarter so he can prevent from getting him his third foul. Because then if he gets his third foul early in the second quarter, then you got to take him out again, right? So Mike Malone was trying to be strategic and try to play that game. But, it actually kind of worked a little bit because Cat picked up his fourth foul in that first half. And, Jokic came in. But ultimately, you got it done, man. In-game adjustments, defensive assignments, OG, Mikal, I thought were great. Nuggets at a point in this game were attacking the paint, especially to open up the second half. That's why they scored 32 points in that third quarter, attacking the paint in that third quarter. But credit to the Knicks, man, and it starts with number 11, your captain, your leader, your MVP. JB, I thought was incredible tonight. Just one of those games where, you're watching greatness, The herky-jerky stuff, his footwork is elite. Just shot is so smooth. His threes are back, by the way. He just has his touch. And from behind the arc, when he's shooting like this from 3 of 6 tonight from 3, when he's feeling it like that, you could put anyone on him. I mean, you're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop him. This Rover says that chip is as good as ours. Let's go. That gets me hype, man. That gets me hype. Andre says 2 weeks ago they wanted to get rid of Thibs. Crazy anyways. Great win for us. We rolling. It's funny how the NBA is, man. It's a long season, right? And, that's why you can't really overreact to certain losses. We do post games after every game. That's why you can't, look, I can overreact. I can it's entertainment for you guys, and I could preach my honest feelings about certain things. But yeah, I mean, the way this Knicks team has kind of turned it around, because honestly, guys, let's be all real. It wasn't looking good a couple of weeks ago, right? It wasn't. The beginning of January, it wasn't. They were looking like a team that was gassed. They were looking like a team that was tired. And boy, those 3 days off really helped this team. Like, really helped this team. And now we got 2 days off, Thursday, Friday, and then we don't play again until Saturday against the Lakers. So they've gotten a break in the schedule here, and it's only benefiting them. It's only benefiting them. Tony says nothing out there. Nothing out there. Knicks 100 GM says winning a chip in our first year. Knicks 100 GM, I'm just saying, if there's something out there, you got to take advantage of it. The way this Knicks team is playing right now, the way this offense is clicking, the way OG Anunoby is back, Mikal Bridges, is back. Brunson is playing. Josh Hart is an all-star, in my opinion. Cat doing his thing. This is now Karl-Anthony Towns I wrote it down here. Shout out to Cat having 5 assists in that first quarter, though. 38 double-doubles on the season for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's tied Domantas Sabonis. 38 double-doubles on the season. Cat. So I'm just saying, man. There's some years where, you can try to say this is not our year. This is the year before the year. I'll be okay if we get to the Eastern Conference Finals. All that is good. But if there's something out there on the trading deadline that I can help improve your team, you got to do it. Because complimenting this team, this starting 5, especially with the 3 guys off the bench, with another 3-and-D wing, it only improves them. It only makes them better. And you're going to deal with some sides in the playoffs. I get it. So Mitchell Robinson is important, but it's something you got to look at. Robert says Jokic only picked up 1 foul the rest of the game. Yeah. Loud and Clear says OG was out for blood tonight. Loud and clear, man. Yeah, I mean, OG Anunoby, we needed, like I was saying a couple of post games ago, I was nervous about OG. I was nervous about the elbow. He just looked gassed. He looked tired. And boy, oh boy, it just proves to you, like, the value of OG Anunoby is just, again, he's one of those players that every team wants and every team needs on their team. He had a bunch of deflections tonight. And when he's hitting his threes, look, 5 of 7 from 3, it just opens up the floor even more for Jalen Brunson. And he wasn't doing this in January, right? He was missing a lot of open shots. He was missing a lot of threes. And what the Knicks are doing now is he's a great cutter. They're finding him in the paint. I think he had like 4 or 5 dunks again tonight. So he's just look, he's a great player, man. There's a reason why a record with OG Anunoby in the lineup is something absurd, and we weren't seeing that version of OG Anunoby just a few weeks ago. And again, I'm going to reiterate, he hasn't played this amount of games in a row since his rookie season. So this is new for him, man. And if you were to tell me, we've gotten so far where we're beginning of February, Anunoby hasn't missed a game, knock on wood, I would have signed up for that. Everyone would have signed up for that. Everybody. That's why when he was in his funk, I wasn't really worried about him. I wasn't, because he just looked tired. He needed a break. He needed a nice massage, you go take a break, go sleep it off for 2 days, and that's what he did. El Figure love me a 30-point, 15 assist Brunson burner. Bob Boy Trey says OG is the Nuggets daddy. OG is the Nuggets daddy. I don't know how to feel about that. OG is 40. He dropped 40-point burger, 40-point Nuggets in Denver, and then tonight he gave him 23 on 5 of 7 from 3. So that is like 63 points, 64 points for OG Anunoby. in 2 games against this Nuggets team, owns him. So, yes, he is the Nuggets daddy. Shout out to OG, man. Shout out to OG. Tony says you got to appreciate players like Josh and Westbrook. Yeah, Westbrook, obviously, he's had a good year for them. But, he's been a good year, but the hustle, right? You can't teach that stuff, man. That's in guys' DNA. Like the hustle. Westbrook was 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists for Russell Westbrook. But Josh Hart just has a sense for where to be on the court at all times. He has like a sixth sense for the basketball. Like he tracks the basketball like no other in the league. And, like I said, Hart deserves to be on that all-star team. He does, because career season all around, defensively, rebounding, for his size too, man. He's like 6'4", 6'5". And he's putting up these rebounding numbers, and he's going up against guys that are like 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot. So, yeah. Shout out to Hart, man. Isaiah, what's going on? Did you see what Draymond just said about Cat on Twitter? No, what did Draymond say about Cat on Twitter, Isaiah? Someone tell me that. What did Draymond say about Cat on Twitter? This Rover says another 2 days of rest. We about to make LeBron look like Brawny. About to make LeBron look like Brawny. And no Anthony Davis in that game, by the way. No Anthony Davis in that game. Wild Boy Trey says, I'm not even putting it past the Knicks to even win the championship this year. Stay tuned. Wild Boy Trey with a wild hot take tonight. Guys, 32-16. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but they look good. You got to admit that. Signature wins. This is what you wanted to see. The Knicks team beating up on these teams, man. Beating up on these teams now. Sacramento smoked them. Grizzlies smoked them. Sent them to hibernate. The Denver Nuggets beat them. Burnt them. Burnt the Nuggets. Signature wins. Hawks. Signature win. Say what you want about the Hawks. They're a good team in the East. So, in this 5-game stretch, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings, Hawks. Grizzlies came into the game, MSG, hottest team in the league. 6 wins in a row. You smoked them. Most points in a 3-game stretch in franchise history. This Knicks team is making history, guys. History. After every single game, you see a graphic on MSG, on ESPN. Brunson doing this the first time since Richie Guerin, right? Long hair. Appreciate the sub. This is the Brunson graphic. 11th career game with 30-plus points and 10-plus assists. Tied most in franchise history with Richie Guerin. Richie Guerin must have been really good, by the way, because he's on every statistical graphic. Every statistical graphic. So history is what we're witnessing. This is the best team in my lifetime. This is the best Knicks team I've watched in my lifetime. And to say that just 3 years out, 4 years out of some misery, it's incredible. The turnaround has been incredible. Just look at the starting 5, man. They're even talking about the NBA going to 10-minute quarters, Adam Silver. 10-minute quarters. If the NBA goes to 10-minute quarters, this Knicks team might be a dynasty. If Adam Silver makes the NBA 10-minute quarters, this Knicks team might be a dynasty. That's 40 minutes. 10 times 4, 40. You wouldn't even need a bench. You just needed an elite starting 5. So obviously that was floating out there today with Adam Silver saying that he wants the NBA to go to 10-minute quarters. Don't think that's going to happen. They're just trying to they're just trying to like figure out ways to try to improve the game and try to make the game more appeasing because the ratings have been down. So there's a video going out that Adam Silver wants the NBA to have 10-minute quarters. Don't think that's going to happen. But if it did, dynasty. You needed at least starting 5 with 10-minute quarters, 40 minutes. That's come on. The guys, they play that much anyway. Why take them out? Why take them out if that was the case? But yeah. Draymond is garbage. He got nothing better else to do. This Rover says facts. Draymond is saying that Cat is a full front on Joker and that Cat will never be a winner because he's not a mentally tough guy, etc. Bro, what is Draymond talking about? What is Draymond Green talking about right now? He is actually on Twitter talking about Karl Anthony Towns. I got to confirm this, but that's absolutely wild. We don't want no negativity tonight, though. We don't want to hear from Draymond, man. He's going through some stuff, man. All we know is that we're a great damn basketball team. We're elite right now. We're the 5 straight wins. Yeah, you beat the Nuggets 122-112. Brunson just put on a masterclass tonight, 30-15. Say no more. Hart 15-5-5. Anunoby, great game for Anunoby. And even Mikal, I know Mikal in the box, if you look at the box score, you see Mikal Bridges. And like if you didn't watch the game, you'd be like, oh, Mikal Bridges only had 13 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. But solid defense from Mikal. And I thought his shots were also timely. You know, it's those timely shots that are really key. And Mikal with some timely shots, and Anunoby with some timely shots, and then you had Brunson just put on a masterclass in that third quarter. And don't forget that Deuce McBride opening up the fourth quarter. You know, those 2 buckets that led to a Denver quick timeout in that fourth quarter. That matters, man. You know, the McBride looks good. Whenever McBride is dunking on people and he got his legs back, he seems like he's healthy now. And he's playing more. He's playing more with JB. And like we've been saying, those lineups are elite. With Deuce McBride at the 2, whether it's with JB, whether it's with Campaign. You even saw some Mikal Bridges handle the rock a little bit tonight. So, Coach Shear, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat, Coach Shear. Always appreciate you in here. Draymond is a bum like Jimmy. Draymond shouldn't talk about someone else's mental state. Yeah, man. Yeah, 10-minute quarters is absurd. They need to make a 4-point shot. Yeah. Isaiah, you good, Isaiah. You good. Draymond stays talking out of his... Yeah, man. E. Gonzalez. What's going on, E. Gonzalez? Appreciate you in here. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the Knicks Nation squad. New subscriber here. Go Knicks. Great win. I like this win more than the trashing of the Grizzlies. E. Gonzalez, welcome to the Knicks Nation crew. Welcome aboard. Yeah, wins like tonight. Look, we've been saying it all year. They build character, right? Look, you can beat the Memphis. You smoked them. I mean, it was over. Third quarter, it was an all-star game in the second half. I mean, the guys were throwing up alley hoops, Deuce dunking on people, Mikal dunking on people. I mean, Precious dunking on people. It was an all-star game. You made them quit. You made John Morant deactivate his Twitter account. You made De'Aaron Fox request a trade. Knicks are out there breaking teams, huh? But tonight was another one of those tests you had circled on your calendars. Another one of those games where it's a test. Look, you went into Denver in November, and you demoralized them. You smoked them. That was a game where this Knicks team scored 140-plus points. OG Anunoby had an incredible career night in Denver. So Denver coming to MSG, you figure they're pissed off. They're upset. They got Aaron Gordon back. But you got Jokic in foul trouble early. You kind of hit them off their game plan. Like you knocked them down. And even though they were lingering a little bit, just credit to this Knicks team for always answering, always responding. And when a team gives you 35 assists, 33 assists, excuse me, and only has 5 turnovers. That's elite basketball. 33 assists and 5 turnovers. So when you're preventing turnovers, you're preventing those fast break points, you're sharing the rock. Cat with 5 first quarter assists. That's the just beauty of Karl-Anthony Towns. You know his thumb is bothering him, and I thought tonight he's actually attacked Jokic, especially in that fourth quarter. He really attacked Jokic, and just easy stuff for Cat. But 5 assists, 10 boards for Cat. He can do many things on the basketball court, and he even had a nice block that led to the Jalen Brunson alley-oop to Mikal Bridges with a reverse layup. And you saw him flexing his thumb after that block, by the way, if you didn't see. So the thumb is bothering him, and he's not getting surgery, and that could be a concern because one thing Karl-Anthony Towns is really good at is shooting the three, and you need that on some nights, and he is having a career year in terms of shooting the three. But you can tell some of the shots he was shooting tonight were just off, like really bad shots, like really bad look. I mean, they were great looks, but they were just way off for Cat. Crazy Chicken. Love the name. Instead of playing overtime, they should play one-on-one decider, the best player of each team to switch things up, the NBA. E. Gonzalez says Memphis definitely gave up halfway through the third quarter. We need these types of wins where there is competitive nature. Denver definitely wanted this win. Knicks are just starting to gel at the right time. Well said, E. Gonzalez. Unk says we really need to be grateful for our team. A lot of other cities wish they were in our position. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, look, greatest Knicks team in my lifetime, honestly. Like, just the starting five alone is just dominant. And that's why I said, this trading deadline, you got McBride playing well. Campaign is always a spark. And Press is doing his thing. So the guy who's been in the chamber trying to get ready has been Mitchell Robinson. The update with Mitchell Robinson is that he is running and jumping, but he is not doing contact yet. But on the ESPN broadcast, they said that Tom Thibodeau expects him to be cleared for contact very, very soon. So, Knicks got a decision to make. They do. Do you want to wait for Mitch, or do you want to use him to get another asset? It's a tough decision. It is. You got to weigh the pros and cons. You got to look at it both ways. He comes back, great. You need his presence. You need his rebounding. You need his presence around the rim. Definitely need his defense. But honestly, if he comes back and he's not really healthy, then it's like, obviously that's something you got to deal with in the summer, but it's a question that this front office is going to be having for sure. For sure. Look at this, man. 33 assists. Look at this, man. And you got out-rebounded by 12, by the way, too. 7 steals, 2 blocks, six total turnovers. 25 fast break points. That's another thing. 60 points in the paint. That's another thing we've been seeing about this Knicks team is that they're running and gunning. They're running fast. They're getting the ball. They're, pushing the pace. They are playing like a faster group. And, their pace is obviously, I think they're the slowest paced team in the NBA, but they're in this winning streak, guys. I mean, you're seeing it. You're seeing them run. You're seeing them push the pace. You're seeing JB get the ball and run. And that's helping to create open shots, helping to create open looks, and leading to just, easy buckets. And the way OG's shooting right now is, it's awesome. That's why this offense is so elite. 143, 143, 122 in the last 3 games. Most points in a 3-game stretch in franchise history. Let's go. E. Gonzalez is worried about Towns' thumb. I hope this is not a lingering issue. Rather sit him now than let him get healthy. It's been a conversation. I don't think he's going to sit E. Gonzalez. I think that he wants to be out there for his teammates. And if it's something that he can manage, cool. But the three-pointer is a big part of his game, right? And, he's said in the media that, he's felt more comfortable shooting with the wrap on his thumb. That's why last game he had a good three-point shooting night. But it's something to watch for sure. It's something to watch. Tony says, Adam Silver, instead of changing the mind, how about you come up with the issue we have of not calling fouls and missing a lot of calls, changing the minutes? Yeah. How about you start the games on time, by the way? If a game is scheduled to start at 7:30, it should start at 7:30. Like football. 1 o'clock kickoff is 1 o'clock kickoff. 1:01, the latest. The game needs to start at 7:30. You want a 2-hour game. You want to condense it to a 2-hour game. Start them on time. Don't start them at 7:40, 7:41, 7:42. Start them on time. OG was good. Yes, OG was phenomenal. Phenomenal. And the thing I love about OG tonight was a couple of those threes were contested. There was a three in the corner by the Knicks bench where he had his defender one-on-one. Did a little bit of a jab move, hit a three. His shot looked good, looked great. Splashes too, And look, he needed rest. That's all OG Anunoby needed, man, because he looked gassed, he looked tired, and I was nervous about him in terms of his elbow. But here we are, and OG, during this stretch has provided, giving you just continuing to prove why he's so valuable to this team. I mean, you can go down the starting five and say Hart is the heart and soul. He makes things run. He's like the oil in the engine. I mean, you can go down anyone. OG Anunoby can guard 1 through 5, is really solidifying your defense into being a top 10 defense now. You're creeping up there. You're creeping up there. You're really getting close, and OG is a big part of that. But ultimately, it's a team game. Even JB is playing underrated defense now. And, he's been better defensively, Jalen Brunson. And obviously, I'm sure that he's taken it upon himself to get better and better in that area. But he's been better. And Cat is, teams are always going to attack Karl Anthony Towns and pick and rolls and whatnot. But what you're seeing is this Knicks team help. And they're just playing at a level right now where they can compete with the best of them. So, Tony says if Towns' thumbs is affecting his shooting and you're going to play, don't shoot the three and attack the basket, which he was doing, Tony. You saw that a lot in the second half. Saw that a lot. Isaiah says, and I genuinely felt that Jokic was scared to guard Cat in some instances. He wasn't, especially in the first half, he didn't want to pick up foul trouble, but the dynamic between Karl Anthony Towns and Nikola Jokic, they have a ton of history. And obviously, most recently, Karl Anthony Towns won that battle when the Nuggets played the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Karl Anthony Towns was great guarding Nikola Jokic. Obviously, it helps that you have Rudy Gobert by your side. But in that series, Cat was incredible. And those two, fun back and forth. But look, you're 2-0 against this Nuggets team. And I know they're not the same championship contending team, but they've been playing better, man. They're 28-19. Right? They're on a 3-game losing streak now, but they've been playing better before then. But it's still a signature win. It's a signature win. And all of the people that were like, this Knicks team can't beat teams over 500. This Knicks team needs to show us that they can beat contending teams. Memphis, whether you want to say Sacramento's a contending team, they've been playing well. Sacramento, Denver, Atlanta, during this 5-game winning streak. And Atlanta just lost Jalen Johnson for the season, but they have been playing well. They're a playoff team. So, signature wins. Signature wins. This team is really scary. Yeah, man. Scary. Scary hours. Neymar, Knicks got a good win tonight. I am ready for the Lakers game. Ready for the Lakers game as well, Neymar. No Anthony Davis in that game. LeBron James and maybe Bronny James in that game. Bronny James and MSG. Yeah, you know LeBron is going to force JJ Redick to play Bronny James in that game. But it should be just another one of those games where you got 2 days off. You got Thursday, Friday, Saturday's not till I think it's an 8:30 game. So reset, take tomorrow off, practice Friday, and you should come out guns a-blazing on Saturday. Love it. Love it. Joker was grabbing his arm a little bit in the first quarter. I saw that. Yeah, it was like right in the beginning, right before he picked up those 2 fouls, he was grabbing his arm a little bit. But, I mean, Nikola Jokic is like, when he's going to retire, when it's all said and done, like, he's going to be so, like, I feel like now he's, like, underappreciated. The numbers that he puts up, video game numbers, and he does it so nonchalantly, and, like, it's like he doesn't care about basketball. He hit a half-court shot from, like 50 feet. And he just walked to the bench. Like the way this dude plays, elite stuff from Joker. And he's just an amazing player. But yeah, you held him in check, man. You got him in foul trouble tonight. That's the thing you wanted to do. You took away their best player early on. You made them switch up their game plan. And after that, I know they made their runs here and there, but that mattered. It was a different game after Joker picked up 2 fouls in that first. Cat has held Jokic to just under 20 points and 10 rebounds and 5 assists in the 24 games that Cat has played against him in his career. Cat got Jokic's number. He does. He got Jokic's number, man. But yeah, guys, going back to my point, like, the way this Knicks team is playing right now, look, you won 5 straight, right? You're playing great basketball. You're playing great defense. You're beating elite teams. They are like one piece away, in my opinion, off that bench. One piece away. Whether that piece is arguable, debatable. Whether you think it's a big or whether you think it's a 3-and-D guy, debatable. But I think they're one piece away in that bench. I do. And it's going to be really interesting to see what they do on February 6th. Right? Really interesting. Because do you take advantage of a hot team? Do you play the long game? You know, I know financially they're in the first apron, so it's going to be hard for them to do anything. But in order to improve the bench, you're not trading anyone in the starting 5, right? You're not. You're not trading anyone in the starting 5. So someone will have to get traded off that bench. Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride. I know Precious is a 1-year deal. You know, maybe you wait to the summertime, right? Maybe you wait to the summertime. But all I'm saying is I don't want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and say, if we only made such trade, if we only, improved our bench a little bit, we could have won. I don't want to get to that point. I don't. Again, it depends who's available. It depends on the market. It depends, what's out there. But it's a question. It's a question you got to ask yourself because you're playing excellent basketball. Excellent. And the other argument could be, don't touch it. Wait till Mitch is back. Don't trade Mitch. Wait till Mitch is back. Or you can guard yourself and get rid of and trade Mitch and give yourself insurance like Jonas Valanciunas, who has been linked to the New York Knicks for a year now. Doesn't really play defense, but he can score offensively. The conversations I'm having with you guys is a conversation that these guys are having in the front office. And it all depends on how confident they feel that Mitchell Robinson can get back. Because I saw something on Twitter, right? And I took a screenshot of it. It was from Ian Begley. He was responding to a fan. I'll try to put it in the chat right now for you guys. But he was just responding to a fan because people were frustrated on the news of Mitchell Robinson. They were frustrated that he's running and jumping and he hasn't been cleared. And Ian Begley said, responding to a fan, let me put this over here. He says, Tom Thibodeau says Mitchell Robinson is not doing anything new in his rehab. He's running, jumping, but not taking contact yet. Somebody responded to Ian Begley said, we see this tweet every week. Not frustrated at you, Begley, but what is the actual problem here? What was the injury? What is that severe? It was just his ankle from last May. And then Ian Begley says, it's pretty clear to me something went wrong with the rehab or the surgery. I don't know any of the details, but based on the timeline, something had to go sideways. Thibodeau isn't going to share those details, though. Coaches don't usually divulge in that type of stuff. So I read that and I'm like, something went sideways. It's clear to me something went wrong with the rehab or the surgery. Can you trust them to come back healthy? I don't know. If there's a deal out there, I think you got to do it. I think you got to pull the trigger. I think you got to do it. I don't know if I can trust Mitch, and I love Mitch. I want him to come back. I want him healthy so bad. Him on this team, I know the lure of it, the fantasy of it is you know, just thinking about it is one of those things where you hope that it happens. But I don't even know if it's going to happen. I don't. The timeline keeps getting pushed back. They said January or the end of December, January. Now it's beginning of February. Now it's he's not practicing yet. I don't know. I don't know. If something is out there at the deadline involving Mitchell Robinson, this front office needs to seriously look at it. Seriously. That's just my opinion. E. Gonzalez says a healthy Mitch is dominant. Yes. A healthy Mitch is dominant. Tony, very impressive. 33 assists tonight. Very impressive. E. Gonzalez says something is definitely wrong with Mitch, but I like how they are managing this injury. I think he will be 100% in March. We don't know, E. Gonzalez. We don't know. Dis Rover says, can we just get Mitch an injection? I want Mitchell Robinson on the court. I want to see him with this team, but I'm telling you guys, the way this current Knicks team is playing, you know, if there's one piece out there that Leon Rose is like, if I plug this piece on this bench team and if we give maybe Hukporti more minutes, you know, maybe we can do that. But, you know, it's something that has to be thought about because, like I said, I don't want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and be like, look, man, if you made that move for X player, if you made that move for this player, and it depends who's out there, of course, but, you know, I don't just want to get to that point and be like, what if we made that trade, you know? But it's something to ponder about. It's something to think about. But right now, this Knicks team is playing at an elite level. They are 32-16. They are having signature wins. Brunson is playing at an MVP level. Josh Hart is an all-star. Cat is doing his thing. Bridges is consistent. OG Anunoby, most importantly, is back. and the defense seems like it's starting to come together. They are 12th, I believe, in defensive rating, and you're saying to yourself, 12th. Wow, that's pretty good considering what they were early on in the season, right? And Tom Thibodeau teams typically get better as the season progresses. So, February is in a couple of days, and Tom Thibodeau teams normally get better as the season progresses, as the season goes on. So the chemistry, we saw it in the Memphis game. The aura's back. The vibes are back. This Knicks team is clicking on all cylinders. So trading deadline is coming up. Do you add to it? Do you subtract something that you haven't had yet, that you haven't seen on the court yet, to add to it? And you're playing at an elite level without Mitchell Robinson? I don't know. Isaiah says, man, that's concerning to hear from Ian, man. I'm praying seriously that Mitch comes back. Yeah, I'm praying too. Praying that Mitchell Robinson gets back. But when I saw that, those of you just joining, when I saw this response from Ian Begley, it's pretty clear to me something went wrong with the rehab or the surgery. What if something else goes wrong? We don't want that to happen, knock on wood, but I'm just saying. Tony says, I said this last week. They better not come out next week saying Mitch needs surgery and will miss the remainder of the season. If Mitch doesn't come back, Thibs really has to start playing the Big Mermaid. Huck. Jericho Sims' name has been linked into rumors too, so have to wait and see regarding that. But yeah, Tony says, I'm going to call it now. Mitch will not play this season. I hope I'm wrong. My gut feeling. I hope you're wrong, Tony. Look, he's right there, man. He's close. He's already responding to people saying, he's close. He's right there. But, it's one of those tricky situations, man. It's because what's his trade value? Where do you lie on it? Like where is his value right now around the NBA? What is his value right now around the NBA? But all we know right now is all we can do is control what we can control and worry about who's on the court. And right now our starting five has fairly been healthy for the entire season. Cat, I think, has missed 5 or 6 games, and I know he's dealing with this thumb thing, but Anunoby's healthy, and your next game is in February. Anunoby is, a very vital piece to this puzzle. And we came into the season just praying, hoping that his durability will hold up, because that's been the one bugaboo in his career, and he's been playing incredible, and he's looked great now in these last couple of 3 games. So that's all you can want. Wingstop is back open, guys, too. I mean, it just took them. It took them a little bit, but they're back, man. They're back. 48 games into the season. They're 32-16. They're incredible. Jericho Sims is still on this team. Yes, he is. We shall see, though, come next week. Knicks just need to play Precious more. Precious, with playing time, is a solid backup. Precious is awesome. And he has turned it up here. That's the thing about this bench, right? They've turned it up here. Deuce has played well and Precious has played well. And Campaign, prior to that, was playing well. And we all know the Minnesota game where Payne was kicking ass and Tom Thibodeau just didn't go to him. And there was games where Cam just didn't play in the second half, and Payne has been kicking ass. So he's exceeded my expectations this season, by the way, Campaign. He's been awesome. And, you have Kolek waiting in the wings, Hukporti waiting in the wings, or they're developing in the G League. Daddy A is in the G League. They're developing. They're still young. Daddy A, that is. Kolek is, 22, 23. But these are good problems to have at the end of the day. But, if you were to improve this bench, someone needs to go. Someone outside of the starting five will go. unless you find a gem in the second round, or unless you try to get someone in the buyout market, or if you trust TJ Warren or Okiki in the G League, they have options. But the beauty is, during this 5-game winning streak, the bench has been awesome. The bench has been awesome. I know Shamit today didn't give them anything, but Deuce and Precious and Payne have been great. Awesome. They had the best bench performance versus the Memphis Grizzlies, right? Precious, awesome. Payne, awesome. McBride, awesome. I don't think Shamit is fully healthy from a shoulder injury. I just think he wanted to come back. But he's been okay. But I'm saying, if you can kind of replace him with, a rugged 3-and-D guy, I think that'll just improve the bench immensely. And that's all you need. And, it depends who you get matched up with in the playoffs, too. I know you're going to need Mitch for the Cleveland series and whatnot, but it's a conversation that is fun to have, and that's why we're having it. Yandri, todo bien. What's going on, Yandri? Appreciate you in here. Latoria says 5 in a row. We cooking now. Yes, we cooking. We cooking with hot grease. We cooking. 5 in a row, man. Look, prior to the 5 wins in a row, right? The Minnesota loss, the Detroit loss, and OKC loss. Those losses hurt, but it's good that this Knicks team has bounced back and answered the bell with these signature wins. And now you got the Lakers on a docket. No Anthony Davis. They're still the Lakers. They're still a tough team. But it's a team you should win. And that Houston game, by the way, is going to be a dogfight because Houston's playing really well to this year. Toronto, again, and then Boston. That's the marquee matchup. Boston, Indiana, Atlanta, Chicago, Cleveland, Boston. So it doesn't get easier, but what you love is this Knicks team is answering the bell. And they are winning with their defense. They're winning with hustle, deflections, the whole nine. The whole nine. E. Gonzalez says, why do you think the bench is suddenly playing well? Yeah, you just answered your own question, E. Gonzalez. It's because Thibs is trusting them. The Knicks bench has turned the corner, and I know Deuce has gotten minutes and Precious, but just the substitution pattern of Deuce McBride entering the game early in the first quarter, 6-minute mark. I think today he entered during the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, and OG Anunoby got subbed out. So they are starting to stagger. It has been Mikal Bridges, but today it was OG Anunoby getting subbed out first. They are starting to stagger them, and that has helped the bench out tremendously. And that has helped the individual performance of Mikal Bridges, and that has helped them have better, more fresher legs in the fourth quarter, because prior to the 5-game winning streak, they weren't a great fourth quarter team. The fourth quarter rating was bad because they were tired, dead legs. And during that 3-day layover, someone or something got to Tom Thibodeau. You got to go to the bench sooner. You got to play the bench in longer stretches. And it has tremendously helped out this Knicks team. Tremendously. Even though Shamit is, still trying to find his rhythm, but mixed into this 5-game winning streak, he has had some good games, right? So that has helped. That has helped. E. Gonzalez is looking forward to the Rockets game. Yes, this road with Rockets will be generally tough. They will be. They will be, man. They will be. Look, we played them early on in the season, right? It was a tough loss in Houston. but they're a tough group, especially look, Brooks had a career game in Boston the other day, but Amen Thompson, no, not Amen Thompson, excuse me. Yeah, Amen Thompson is having an incredible year for Houston, and Jalen Green's having a good year. So that's going to be a tough game, but you got the Lakers on the docket. So you just got to worry about the Lakers, and then we just go from there. But look, you're in a great spot, right? Great spot. Boston won, so you're still a game behind Boston. Bucks lost. You gained. You separated a little bit more from the Milwaukee Bucks. You're gonna finish anywhere from 1-3, and I do think you can catch Cleveland. As crazy as that sounds, there is a chance, but I think this Knicks team will finish anywhere from 1-3. More realistic, 2 or the number 3 seed. You want the 2 seed because you want to have home court in that second round. So if you were to play a Boston in the second round, you want home court advantage against the Boston Celtics. So it's going to be, it's obviously it's still early, but it's going to be fun. But you're in a good spot. You're in a good spot. You're on Boston's ass, man. You're on their butt. You're on their butt. This Rover says Sengun will cook us in the paint like last time if we're not focused. Sengun did play Ian Gonzalez. I believe he did play. But it was early in the season, that game against Houston. Early. Like, really early. I think it was like the first couple of weeks. Yeah, November 4th. So it was their 6th game of the season. And they held you to 97 points. And in that game, this is when the starters were, heavy minutes, obviously, at the beginning of the season. But, Brunson, 9-24, inefficient night. And Obi did his thing. Jericho was in a rotation. Kolek even got in the game. But, yeah, I mean, this Knicks team is a totally different team than they were in November, guys. I mean, you can see it. I mean, everyone's playing with a mission. Like, the ball is moving, the offense is flowing, and they're trusting one another. They're trusting one another. 19-1 when they have 30 or more assists. 19-1. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Loud and clear, what's going on? This game against the Rockets will be different. Yeah, loud and clear. Appreciate the super chat again, loud and clear. Really appreciate that. But it will be. It will be. Because I'm excited. Like, I was excited for tonight, and we won. I was excited for the Memphis game, and we smoked them. But that Houston game is going to be one of those, like, battles. Like, I'm interested to see what the referees, what they let go in that game. But, you had Dylan Brooks and, Amen Thompson. And it's just two teams defensively that are playing so well that you're on your home court, so you get that advantage. But, if they're taking advantage of their home court, they're taking advantage of the 6th man. And their bench is playing well, guys. Their bench is playing well, so. Isaiah says, honestly, never thought I would see that stat line, 19-1, when we have 30 or more assists. That's just absurd. Yeah, I mean, bro, it's crazy, man. It's just to show you what they say about moving the basketball, sharing the basketball is, it's a great stat that converts to winning. When the ball moves, when everyone touches the ball, when you don't have not one person, you're just taking over a possession and dominating a possession. But even when Brunson is dominating a possession over this stretch, he's just dominating. Like, it's you know when he's touching the ball, it's good. Something great is gonna happen. Something great is gonna happen. How about these free throws though, guys? 12 of 18 from the free throw line, 66%. So this Knicks team is kind of regressing a little bit from the free throw line. I think they were number 3 in the East or 3 in the NBA in free throw percentage. But if you remember last year, that was really a problem for us, free throws. And we've had such a great year, but JB always misses like 1 or 2. I'm like, it's like one of those weird stats that you can't really predict. But yeah, the free throws, they will get better. They're free throws, but 41% from 3. When the ball goes in, you win. Precious played well against Joker today, and he's the best big man in the league. Yeah, he did extremely well. Loud and Clear says Shaman missing those free throws was nails in the coffin, dog. Shaman missed, 2, right? And, 0-2 from the line. And Brunson missed. I could have sworn Brunson missed 1. No, Brunson 7-7 from the line. Anunoby missed 2. There we go. Anunoby missed 2. First half. Hart missed 1 in the first quarter. Just start the game. So Cat missed 1. But some area you got to clean up there. I'm not worried, but, just one of those things that I'd noticed. But yeah, those Shamit free throws were clankers. They were clankers, bro. They were clankers. But like I said about Shamit, I don't think he's fully healthy. I just think he wants to be on the court. I just think he wants to be out there for his teammates. And look, he's playing hard, man. That's a tough injury, right? We don't even know if he torn his labrum. You look at Jalen Johnson in Atlanta, torn his labrum, out for the season. So Shamit dislocated his shoulder, but came back, man. And it's honestly, I know he had a couple of games ago, I know he had great shooting output, but that affects your shooting. It does. So, but that brings me back to my point at the trading deadline. What do you do? What do you do? An upgrade at the Landry Shamet position? I think that's huge. Huge. That's no shade at Shamet. It's no shade at him, but I just think the way this team is constructed, like if you were to get someone with more size who can defend his ass off, that could shoot threes, obviously that's like gold in the NBA. Like it's a premium price to get these 3-and-D guys. That's why you pay a premium price to get these guys, because those positions are so valuable. Tony says nothing wrong with Shamet. He just didn't play no minutes. Yeah. 5 minutes for Shamet. And that's another thing. Like in the playoffs, Thibs is going to go 8, 9, maybe, depending on the game. But, Egan says, I like Shamet. It's sad that he got injured, but he needs to be the odd man out, to be honest. Shamet has been okay. He's played better. He had a good game a couple of days ago. Don't want to rag on Shamet, but guys, 5 in a row. Great win for your New York Knickerbockers. Appreciate every single one of you that tuned into the post game, and appreciate the super chat, loud and clear. And as always, you guys can join the Discord. The link is in the description. If you guys wanted to call in, we usually have Yuri in the Discord, loud and clear. Joined the Discord a couple of games ago, so all is good. Thank you for the support. We will be back on Friday. I'm doing a podcast with LV Live, so look out for that. Should be fun. Thursday night or Friday. Look out for the scheduled video. Notification bell. Hit the notification bell. I'm Anthony. 5 in a row. Let's go Knicks. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.